Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Penny Epi, the penultimate, the second to last episode of Series 3 of A Familiar Quest. My name is Eugenio. I'm DM Jazzy Hands, and I have the great pleasure of being your DM yet again tonight. Welcome on in, everyone. We are so happy that you all are here. Let's go around real quick. We have our full complement back with us this week, so let's go around and say hello to all of our wonderful players tonight, and let's begin in the top left with Brian.
Hi everyone, I am Brian. I will be playing Disco, who is fun and awesome, and I didn't actually have anything prepared for this moment. I didn't think you'd go for me first, so thanks for that. Both our pronouns are he, they. Let's move on.
We will continue in a clockwise manner. I didn't actually ask for any additional information, but now I'm for sure going to want it from everyone. So, Meagan.
Oh God, I didn't study for this test. It's every nightmare I've ever had about school.
Flashcards.
I'm lost in the hallway. I'm late for a class I forgot I had. Hi everyone,
no.
I'm Meagan Kenreck.
Dream.
I'm Meagan Kenreck, and I'll be playing Squiddle, an elder godling, aberrant mind sorcerer who most definitely does not have daddy issues.
For sure not.
Anymore.
Definitely not. Anymore. Exactly. Yeah, we fixed it. It's fine.
Yeah, I met him. We're fine. We're good.
Continuing on around to Kelly.
Hi, I am Kelly, the opera geek, and I play my dog, Scotty, who is a tiny rogue with about 2 brain cells to rub together, who's about to find out how much trouble he's in for the list of names he's been describing Pest as for this entire series.
No idea what you're talking about. Last but not least, rejoining us after a week away for a little Will-O-Wisp conference, Alicia, welcome back.
I missed you guys.
We missed you.
It was really fun. I mean, I took last episode. I took a lot of notes. You guys did.
Oh my god!
Oh my God, you are so prepared.
Holy crap!
Inspiration.
You can tell Alicia is a DM.
Yeah, right?
What the?
What's up?
I love it.
What
So
copies
I
of those?
am playing as usual Misty, the Will-O-Wisp, who may not have passed her tribunal.
That's true.
Or straight. We will see.
That's true. Alicia is back. We don't know what kind of shape Misty might be in, or well, we'll see, shan't we? All right, before we get started, to find out all of those exciting and mysterious things about Misty, a few housekeeping things to remind you all of. First of all, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to hang out and check with us tonight. I know that the game is down right now, so some of you are coming on to see if it's back up yet. It isn't. I do apologize, but hey, stick around and watch this fun game with us tonight. We are very happy that you are here. Do remember that all 5 of us up here are professionals at this, and we do know our characters pretty dang well. So we're going to be doing things that we think are best for them, even if they might not be optimal. So do remember to please respect the cast and do avoid any backseating in chat. Mods will be keeping an eye out for it. Speaking of mods, an enormous thank you to our moderator, Jordan, tonight, and of course, our wonderful producer here behind the scenes, Luca. We appreciate them both so very, very much. And last but not least, a thank you to Beetle and Grims. I'm not looking at the camera because I'm looking for my dice. Here they are. To Beetle and Grims for sending our cast these wonderful character class dice sets, or sending me the GM set, which I really love. So you can take a look at all of those. You can hit !dice in chat to get more information on how to get your own set. They are very cool, so go check those out. All right. Anything else? I do not believe so. I think that is all of our housekeeping. Shall we?
Nah.
All right, fair enough. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm good. It's
Bye,
fine.
good night.
Yeah.
Last week, our intrepid familiars were in the Feywild. They had stepped into a portal. Well, actually, at the very beginning, they were in front of a portal when a familiar to Scotty voice rang out saying, "It took you long enough." The friends stepped through a portal into the Feywild and met Marvel. Gabe Hicks is familiar from last season. Marvel took them around a half set up witch-like carnival and had them enjoy themselves. They were able to change their forms largely at will because of the nature of familiar spirits in their home planes of the Feywild. They had freedom, they had fun, they rode rides. They discovered some disturbing truths about familiar spirits and what happens to them when they're on the material plane, but we don't need to worry about that. They had fun. Then they went to the Hall of Illusions. They got to see visions of important moments to them. Speaking of daddy issues, Squiddle got to see something that they are sure must have been daddy, in fact. It was quite exciting. All of our familiar friends saw different things in the Hall of Illusions and the Hall of Mirrors. But the last thing that they saw was one of the mirrors opening up into another strange portal from which another voice emanated saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you're fine." No, what did I say? Gale had no idea what I was up to, but I'm so glad he sent you all. You'll be of great help. And the crew stepped through the portal and found themselves in a large, long stone hallway with torches at intervals along. And standing in front of them, this way, was this delightful party of familiars. A chunky, ancient red baby dragon. I know I said a lot of words that kind of don't match, but a betentacled 3-foot tall horror, and of course Pest himself, who now in his newest form is a little carionette puppet carrying a sewing needle like a staff.
So many teeth.
So many. Yeah, there are a few things that he keeps with him, and the teeth are definitely one of them throughout his forms. He has welcomed you all. He said what he said, and that's where we find ourselves. And he sort of toddles over. You can see the joints in the single joints where his knees and elbows are a little stiff and kind of creak as he toddles and turns to look at you, Scotty, and just says, "Oh, you look so good in this new form."
I'm not sure about your teeth.
They're the same as they ever were.
Yes, but I think they looked better on you when you were a wet cat.
Well, wait, wet?
What?
I was wet once with you. That, okay.
Kinky.
Yep. Shit. Oh, God.
I didn't
Freeze
even
over, everyone.
think
Good
about
night.
it until... Scheiße.
It's fine. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Well, I mean, Gale sent me to find you, and Gale's the son of the sea god, and so is water, and so you would. It made sense at the time.
You know, it will never cease to amaze me, Scotty, the way that you make connections and the lines that you draw between seemingly incongruous topics. It's a study in creativity.
It's a skill that I have honed throughout my life. By the way, here's the rest of your scarf.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you can see.
It smells a
torn
little like
scarf.
dead people. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, so many things here in Thay do. And then
we're in Say?
he kind of looks confused for a minute and then shakes it off because it's Scotty and turns to Squiddle and says, "And Squiddle, my, you've changed, haven't you?"
What do you mean I've changed?
Well, I mean, I don't remember any sort of points to the mustache tentacles. I don't remember those last time I saw you, at least not quite like that.
What, did you see me when I was a tadpole? There's only ever been one form of me, right?
Uh-huh.
I like to imagine that Scotty and Disco and Misty are behind Squiddle, just going.
Okay, got it. Yeah, love it. Yeah, it takes Pest a few seconds because he isn't sure whether you've forgotten, are in fact someone different, or just don't remember, which kind of hurts a little. So he says, after a few moments of sort of staring confused, he says, "Where did you come from, Squiddle?"
I came from a vat.
Hmm?
And then my mom shot me off into the void.
Oh.
But so you used to be a different form, right? You used to be a wet cat.
Okay, again, was only wet once, and that was when I fell into the river outside of Waterdeep, but yes.
What were you before the wet cat?
There's a flash of something as he starts to put these pieces together as you describe the various things. He says, "Well, I was a very small worm, and I..."
Dutch! I remember when I was in the vet, there was a worm, and there was a rat, and then there was a dog.
We knew your mother.
And then there was this weird-looking purple creature that also had tendrils.
Yes, a friend of your mother's, I think. All of this is much stranger than I anticipated, and that's really saying something.
I like your teeth.
Oh, thanks.
You should
I've
see
really
her-
grown
you
accustomed
should
to them
see
in this
Squiddle's
form.
teeth. You should see Squiddle's teeth. It's like, no, just take your head right off.
My goodness.
Squiddle just unhinges her mouth to show you her multiple rows of teeth.
I am horrified. Let's see how Pest feels about it. So Pest gets closer. How? That doesn't... It feels like that goes further than you. Do you know what I mean?
Can you not do that?
And he opens his mouth real big and like it clearly has a back. And so he's like, not really.
The next time that I get hungry, you should come with me, and then you can help me be you can be like a backup can opener. And then I can
Been called a lot of things, but
I can cook you up my favorite dish, which is brains. Disco here taught me to not be ashamed of telling people what I like to eat, and that's brains.
Be who you are.
That's who I am.
Now that brings us to Disco. Now, you and I have not met, I don't believe, but I've heard such good things.
From who? I heard you were an inside-out cat, and you don't look like that at all.
Sorry, wait a minute. I knew about the water thing. Inside out? And he just looks over at Scotty.
Scotty's just.
Yeah, he nods as if I don't know why I did that.
There have been a number of adjectives and descriptions, and all I can say is you are nothing like what I expected.
Well, based on the various adjectives that I've heard so far, I think that's probably good.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, wait a minute. And finally, for the first time, he looks around and says, there were 4 of you. Where's... And all of a sudden, you all realize that he must be talking about Misty. And you just, for a moment, you sort of look around and you sense something wicked coalescing in the room.
Something wicked?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Scotty.
Huh?
Out of
What?
nowhere.
Oh,
Scotty.
God?
Oh, God.
Out of nowhere, Scotty.
What?
You feel like the amazing smell of gourmet mac and cheese with a peanut butter ganache assails your nostrils.
It's just the drool starts. It's like that one thing of drool that just comes out the mouth. No teeth to stop it. Just.
At the same time, Scotty smells the mac and cheese and peanut butter ganache. Disco, your olfactory just gets this full aroma of fresh New York cheesecake, creamy with that cream cheese tang and that sweet graham cracker crust.
All of Disco's floating motes turn into like little spotlight searchlights, like just
Yes.
what?
I love it.
And at the same time, Disco's experiencing this cheesecake awakening. Squiddle,
Incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
you swear that right in front of you was a sizzling pan of brain cadillas. Just like Mom used to make.
Oh my God.
It's been such a long time since I've had a brain cadilla. It smells so close to me. And you just see like slime drip out from underneath her tendrils.
Incredible.
That's right when that's happened. All of a sudden, Misty's gonna appear. Oh, right in front of Squiddle, just right there, just like this.
Yes.
Just right in front of her face. And walk.
What?
Misty.
Misty!
Thank you
Hi.
so much for joining us. Where did you get off to?
And she's gonna turn around.
Uh-huh.
She didn't notice him. She's
Uh-huh.
gonna turn around, just look at him.
And he's doing what you do every time you meet someone new, which is full toothy smile.
she's gonna float over to where he is and say, I didn't know that cats looked like you.
He just puts his hand in his face in his hands.
And Misty's gonna look at Scotty. Is this what we were looking for?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
To me or him?
Both of you.
Well, I think I can cover that for both of us. Your friends came to visit me here, and I was hoping you'd come with them, but you had to pop out for a moment, it seems. But I've brought you all to Thay, and I'm happy to finally have you here. As for what happened to me, well, the same thing that happened to Scotty and presumably Disco, and he sort of looks over at Squiddle and then just shakes his head and says, I changed forms.
I was sent back through the portal, but I had a hard time coming back because you see, I had to pass the tribunal. The elders said that, well, one thing I found out, that the Willibus elders have been watching all of us a lot longer than we knew. They told me they thought we were distasteful, absolutely disgusting, and downright despicable.
Was it the
They
brain
loved
thing?
it. They
Yeah.
loved
Oh, thank goodness. I mean, I was a little worried at first.
They loved the work we did with the acolytes when we stick the quicklings on him. Do you remember?
Oh, I
Oh,
can use the words I learned. We're in Say. I learned
That
so
will
many
be-
words on flashcards.
Yes.
And I'm
Then
just going to
right then you're
pretend they're
just
mostly
like-
German because that's mostly what the accent was.
That's right. Little like pieces of paper like fall out of nowhere right to the ground, and they
I love it.
unfold. And on the piece of paper, you guys see like horrible drawings that Scotty did. That Misty brought with her.
Yes,
show the
as
tribunal.
evidence. As evidence.
Are you all trying to get Scotty killed? Like, what are you trying to do?
I
here?
love it.
I'm sure you do.
You can't be a character witness. You sent along, you know.
You did good.
You
They
all.
thought we were amazing. And in fact, they want to invite all of you to be honorary guests at the Whisperwood pancake breakfast
What?
in this winter. It's the annual Whisperwood pancake breakfast. They'd like you to be honorary guests because they thought you were all absolutely terrible.
How
It
many
does-
pancakes are we talking here?
Pancakes! Many.
Disco looks at Pest and says, I'm sorry. We kind of got a whole thing going here because we didn't know where she was. And now she's back. So
No,
Did
yet
you-
I'm
were
just
you-
writing
what
down
is-
this title. It's honorary Whisperwood pancake breakfast guest. It's important I remember that title. Sorry, Disco, you asked a question of Pest and I didn't hear what it was.
Oh no, there was no. He was just trying to be nice to. Be
Oh,
like,
I
we
see,
are,
I see,
we
I
are
see.
we are ignoring you, and it is
No.
completely intentional because our friend is here. Sorry.
Yes. No, listen, I was concerned too. But now you're all here, and I have to say, I agree with the Will-O-Wisp Council. You all are quite amazing, really excellent model examples of familiar kind. You have accomplished so much, even just since Gale sent you after me. And now you're here, and you can help me to do even more good. You see, I've been working. Come with me, will you? And he starts to walk down this long hallway.
Like, do you mean bad?
No. I mean, I suppose it's a matter of perspective, but no, I don't think it's bad.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Why do I have such a hard time coming back through the portal?
Well, that's because it's very important that we keep a strict lock and key on who can get in here into this, and he sort of gestures, this wonderful establishment. So I keep very tight wards. No one in or out unless I say so.
Nope. 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 And Scotty
Your
just
name is-
starts walking. And as he walks by the other two familiars, he just kind of on Thember showed like I like
Sniffs you right back, and then burps.
Where'd you get food?
Priorities.
I need food.
I think Pest comes up and says, Thembo eats plenty, but yes, we'll have food for all of you. Thembo, Didi, will you go see to the kitchens and we'll
Didi?
oh yes, baby Demogorgon, Didi, we call him Didi. Anyway, will you all go see to meals for our new friends? And they sort of trundle off in a direction. Now, anyway, as I was saying, I'll tell you a little about my work here, and of course, you are welcome to stay as long as you want. We have quarters prepared. So listen. Oh.
Yes.
I should mention, because I can see, I'm not you all remind me very much of my old adventuring group. Someone in your family, Squiddle was a part of it, and Scotty, you remember the old crew. And I remember that once you become an adventurer, you you have certain suspicions and certain worries, and Pest sort of looks himself up and down and he says, I understand that this new form is difficult to trust. But I promise, it's all a byproduct of the form, even the voice, You see, even that happens sometimes.
What do you mean that you can't trust a new form? Is it just gonna change without a moment's notice? Or can we not trust you?
No, you can trust me. I'm saying the voice and the, relative general creepiness is just sort of a byproduct of, and he sort of stamps his needle staff into the floor. This.
Are you still allergic?
Oh, no, fortunately, that apparently was a physical issue with my last form, the drowned cat form.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Oh. Why did you change form again?
Isn't that the question, Misty? Why do any of us ever change forms here on the material realm?
I've never changed form before.
Not yet, Squiddle. But sometimes we do change forms because we are forced to. When we are summoned, those summoners choose our forms. Doesn't that seem, I don't know, somehow not fair?
It seems like they could exploit us then if they get to choose what form we are.
Squiddle's picking up what I'm putting down.
But-
Yes.
But we wouldn't even be here if they didn't summon us. So, I mean, it seems a very small part of the whole bargain to deal with.
I knew you all would immediately understand, because Disco, you're absolutely right. We wouldn't. But what if we would?
Is that like when I see food and someone says that's not for puppies, and then I'm like, but what if it was?
Maybe.
I'm going to say yes, because I feel like it will engage you further. So yes.
Okay. So, but aren't we just the same no matter what we look like? It's like,
well,
we're the same.
Certainly, yes. But don't you think that maybe you should have a little bit of say in not only who you are on the inside, but on the outside too?
I like being a dog.
Admittedly, you don't seem to take much variation in your forms. That's fair enough. But what if you did? What if you were suddenly a wet cat?
Well, if I was a wet cat, I would question choices made by my mom.
Well,
I did wonder that about your summoner a little bit when you were. Just was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you choose this form then?
No, it's. And Scotty, it's been a while since since you last saw Pest. No, actually, this is only one of several different forms that I've been forced into since I last saw you, Scotty.
Oh.
It just happens to be the one that I was wearing when I got away.
Are you from Say?
Oh, no. I'm from no, I'm from the Feywild, just like you.
I'm not from the Feywild.
Oh no, not you, and that's why you, and he turns to you, Squiddle, are so very important. But enough. Very important, Squiddle. Yes, I mean all of you are very important, but the two of you in particular
to have a purpose.
Oh, we will give you a purpose, Squiddle. Don't you worry.
But one that I agree to, and it's on my terms.
Of course. No, that's what all of this is about, right? Agreeing to and determining our own purpose.
Yes.
Okay. See, when you talk like that with that voice, I understand why you say people might have a hard time trusting you.
Yeah, it's really been a real roadblock in this whole process. Yeah. Anyway, you all have had a long day. I hope you enjoyed your time in the Feywild. I've sent Dee Dee and Thembo to go get food. Can I take you to your rooms, which you can stay in as long as you would like?
Yes, please. And dibs on the big one.
Oh, I think you'll all be quite pleased with your accommodations. And he walks down to the very end of the hall where there's a big sort of ornate set of double doors. And they open up as he approaches them, and he turns to make sure that you all are following.
Squiddle is just levitating.
I love it.
Kind of wobble, levitating right behind us.
Misty's gonna attach to Scotty.
Hey, Scotty, you coming?
Yeah, we're
Scotty,
looking is this right?
Is this right? Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Right?
Like, Scotty's hanging back a little bit next to Disco and then feels Misty pop onto his head and just like...
You feel like little sparks, like static electricity, but your rests on your fur.
It's like the tufts on his ears just stand out slightly.
Just go, yeah.
Something feels a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is yet.
What?
What?
Did you eat something that made you sick? You said something feels weird.
No, because I don't think
incredible.
I ever got my popcorn.
What popcorn?
You didn't.
What are you talking about?
My popcorn! Scotty has now been completely derailed.
Oh, I don't think that you want that popcorn. I think the Rary's telepathic bond is still up, right?
Oh, yeah, it should be. Yeah. 8 hours. So, yeah.
Marvel changed forms a bunch when they ate that. And you said that you're happy with your form now. So I don't think it would have been worth how tasty it was.
I don't know. Scotty starts. We went to the circus.
You went to the circus without me?
We didn't know we were going to the circus.
I don't mean to be rude, but I do have a lot of things, and I would love to show you to your rooms.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Disco is, along with Scotty, hanging back and turns to look behind where they came from and seeing like no way out, just kind of slowly toddles along.
Scotty's doing the real slow, careful walk.
Perfect. I love it.
The guilty dog.
Yeah.
So you all head through these doors behind Pest, and this area opens up into this enormous, sort of beautifully crafted stone circular staircase that goes up and down quite a ways. And Pest leads you up one level and down another hallway with these, I mean, beautiful. Although if you look at the subject matter, it's maybe a little disturbing. But these tapestries up and down these hallways are just so finely woven, and they clearly show scenes of Thean history, which. A lot of necromancy and murder in Thean history, so it's a little dark, but they're very pretty. And you eventually get to sort of a small, little mini hallway off to the side where there are 4 doors. And Pest brings you all up to the first one. And as you walk up to this door, you can see that this door is actually 3 different doors all in one. They're all of different sizes. And Pest turns to you, Disco, and says, "This is for you. We heard that, you may not change form, but can change your size as you want and as you decide. So we made sure to accommodate whatever size you may be in when you wanted to come back to your room. Please, enjoy."
That is very kind and gracious of you. Thank you.
And just so you know, we've closed off this wing, so this area here, and he sort of gestures at the central hall area, which does have a couple of sofas and a little table, is a private common area for the four of you. We want to make sure that you're comfortable. So Disco, that one's yours. Hold on. Misty, why don't you, Scotty, why don't you bring Misty over here?
Okay.
Pest,
and Scotty walks over.
Pest opens up this circular door, Misty, that's several feet off the ground. And inside this room, you can see the walls have this, like, it's not exactly like fur. It's a little stiffer than that. The walls are covered in Velcro. Pest says, so that you can be comfortably hang out anywhere that you like here. And also, we thought you might like a little taste of home. And he comes in and he sort of stamps his little puppet foot on what you now see is like an arcane sigil etched in the floor. And parts of the floor begin to sink into like murky water that comes up, kind of like a swamp.
Missy's gonna go and literally go bye and fly to the door, the circular door.
Incredible.
That was so thoughtful.
I'm so pleased.
Circular doors.
Let's see. Ooh, Scotty. Scotty, it's your turn. And Pest crosses to the other side of the common room and opens up the door. This one looks like a very sort of standard door, but it opens up onto the coziest, be fireplaced living room with a nice, like, fluffy rug right in front of the fire, and there's a bowl with food that looks yummy. I don't know what's Scotty's favorite treat, which is
he eats lamb, so it's lamb.
Lamb. There is lamb. That's so specific. There's lamb.
I don't know why I know
in
that.
the bowl, and it just looks like the
Scotty
coziest, safest, loveliest, homiest little space.
A lot of adjectives.
Yeah, I got lost.
I kind of feel like you might be trying to oversell this.
Maybe we don't get too many visitors, so maybe a little.
Pest,
Yes.
if I ask you something, do you promise to tell me the truth?
Oh, almost certainly. I can't think of too many reasons I would lie to you all.
Are you sure we can trust you?
And he thinks for a minute, and he says, yes, I think you can. Here's what I'll say. I don't have any intentions of lying to you or endangering you. And any potential risks that are going to go along with your time here, I will be sure to lay out very clearly beforehand. You'll have choices. You can help me or not. Thinks for another second. Will you make a persuasion check, Scotty?
Okay.
It's roll of a 90.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
That's 24.
Oh, okay. So he looks at you, Scotty, and he says, and you know what, Scotty? In honor of our time together, I'll also tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Once you all have a chance to settle in,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a chance to tell you all a little bit more about what I'm working on here, you will be under no obligation to assist me. But once I tell you what's happening, I really can't let you leave until I'm done. Even if I don't finish. Even if you don't assist. And I will not force you to assist. I will not force you to do anything you do not want to. But it is important to me that my work is completed, and I will need you all to stay here so that word does not get out. But once that's done, you're, of course, if you want to, you are free to go. I'm not here to listen. Familiars, we need to look out for each other.
Do these rooms look like portals? It's just like a few portals sitting side by side.
No, these look like like probably magically constructed, but like physically constructed spaces individually for each of you. And of course, there is one door that we have not yet gotten a chance to show off, but it was an important question, Scotty, so I did want to address that.
All right, so Scotty kind of thinks for a minute and then gets the big happy dog face. Okay, and he trots in, and it would only be Disco and Squiddle that would get it in their heads. But as Scotty walks over and sits down in front of the fire, you just hear, "I'm scared."
Oh, Scotty, don't be scared. You know, you don't have to stay in that room if you don't like it, because I know you're not really trusting Pest too much, and this is all over the telepathic. Yeah. You can stay with us.
Okay, but don't let him know, because something's not right.
Do you think that I should try to read his mind?
I don't know if that would be a great idea.
I don't know if I want to know what's in there. The
I
outside looks
definitely
scary
don't.
enough.
Yeah. I definitely don't advise having him for 11s though. Like, it doesn't. No.
Okay.
Oh.
Just got that.
And so you do, however, hear, no matter how scared Scotty is, that food in that bowl is disappearing. At an
absolutely.
alarming rate.
Absolutely. Pest, not having heard any of this, turns to you, Squiddle, and says, "Well, would you like to see yours?"
Yes.
Okay. Takes you over to a door that's all painted black, but otherwise seems to be a normal door. And he pushes it open, and inside is a well-appointed room with furniture that is very clearly designed to sort of accommodate your size and shape. So, you know, the bed is like suspended a little ways off the floor, and the seats have room for your wings, and it's lovely, although compared to some of the other rooms that you've seen so far, although we haven't seen the inside of Disco's yet either, but compared to the other one, it seems a little underwhelming. And then Pest reaches in and presses something on the inside wall, and the lights in the room go out, and the room is light absorbingly black, like the void itself.
If you could see Squiddle's eyes, they would just go like just full pupil.
Yes.
To see in the dark.
Yes. And Pest says, at your discretion, you can of course have the lights on or off. And nods.
Oh, thank you very much. Squiddle like forgot to levitate and tripped over the chair. Oh, thank you. It's very thoughtful. I like the room very much. I'm just gonna turn this light on over here. Thank you.
I'm so glad to hear it. It has been a long day, and I know that these are not ideal circumstances in which we meet. So, why don't I? It's late. You all are hungry. He looks over at Scotty. You know, even Scotty's probably still hungry. We'll have food brought up for you all. You, of course, have the run of the establishment for as long as you are here. I would request, and it is just a request, though a strong one, that for now, you all stay out of the basement laboratory, only because there are very sensitive equipment and things down there. Tomorrow, when we have a chance to speak more, I will, of course, bring you and show you anywhere that you want, including the laboratory. But I would ask that I join you there, just because of sensitive equipment. If you need anything at all, each of your rooms is equipped with a little bell. Have a wonderful evening, my friends. It is good to see all of you. Nice to meet some of you for the first time. See old friends. And I look forward to chatting more with you all tomorrow about my plans. Welcome to Thay.
Ring, ring, ring.
Well, since I'm here, what can we bring you?
I was just gonna ask.
Yes.
You have any brain?
Oh.
Like a little nightcap.
Oh, we do. Oh, yes. We have. I think we have prepared things that will delight each of you in turn for dinner.
Thank you. And
Of
she turns
course.
around and starts jumping on the bed.
Yes. In the dark or in the light?
In the dark.
Yeah. So you all just hear, in this black void, you just hear
That's
as
awesome.
Squiddle jumps on the bed. So Pest toddles off, and you all have the evening. You are able to do as much or as little as you like for this evening, and Pest has said he'll come back and talk to you all more tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, Squiddle, can you get Misty in on this thing?
From Misty's room.
Sorry, I didn't know that Misty wasn't on this. Yeah, she taps her in.
Yeah.
It sounds
Group
like
chat.
when you have two mics too close to each other.
Oh no.
Oh, hi, Misty. Okay,
From her
sorry.
room, you know the sound of like Velcro, the sound of Velcro?
Mhm.
You just hear that happening, and if you push the door open, you see Misty literally just rolling along the ceiling, like Velcro coming off, like just rolling across the ceiling, like, and she's upside down.
Misty
stuck in the
sounds
ceiling,
busy.
'cause she's so happy to
Yeah,
get Velcro.
exactly.
I thought
Misty's
that
busy.
is that interference? I thought that was okay.
You know what? I
And
would
she's
say it was
upside-
interference if Misty wasn't a Velcro ball.
Sure.
That. So she's like, so, are we going to the basement laboratory now?
I mean, I don't see why not.
I mean, he did honestly mention that we shouldn't go, which, according to our adventures, kind of means we should check it out.
That's like telling somebody not to hit the big red button.
I mean, and
There's a
we're
button?
also in Say, and in
Probably.
Say, things might be done a little differently. You know, don't do this might mean you can totally do this.
I don't think Hans covered that, but okay.
I'm extrapolating from context clues.
That's a big word.
I know. I learned it. I was very excited. And
Very
Scotty,
proud. You're
Scotty just assuming that the middle hall is carpeted. Scotty's going to come barreling out of his room and do like a face dive and do the dog thing where he's sliding his face along the carpet.
Yay!
Because he just ate, so he's got to get everything like
Mhm.
fixed. I think we definitely need to go to the basement laboratory though, because I'm a little suspicious of
You're suspicious.
my old friend.
I don't know if he would have told us about it if he didn't want us to go in it.
Yeah, I just had the same thought. Maybe that's a trap.
This involves too much thinking. I'm gonna go eat some more. And
wait a
Scotty-
minute.
What?
Well, why are we on this quest again? We're
I don't
supposed
even
to find-
remember.
I mean,
we
we
found
found
him.
We found him, so
Gail, are you listening?
So maybe
Scotty's
there's
just
more.
staring at the ceiling like God is there.
Yeah. No.
God is
What do you
silent.
think this?
I mean, it
Kinda.
sounded like Pest was in danger from what you originally told us, but
That's what I was told.
this looks like he doing all right.
But he puts us in his bed and breakfast.
He did say food was coming.
And at that moment, the doors into your wing open up, and four familiars of various animal shapes come in carrying 4 platters. Squiddle, your platter is a covered dish that gets unveiled and is just a full. Maybe I don't want to ask questions, but is a full-on brain. I mean, it's just a brain, just a full brain.
Where did you get this brain from?
The 4 familiars that brought them in just sort of look at each other and shrug. Scotty, yes, absolutely. Scotty, your platter is just heaped full of more of the same of this wonderful lamb, this wonderfully sumptuous lamb.
So yeah,
for you.
Scotty about to dig in goes, "Danke for this food," and because he learned,
He did.
saying,
He did.
"Danke for this food."
Now I don't know the only thing I know about Disco's platter. I don't know what's on it. I just know that it is a perfectly shined mirror that Disco will be eating off of. But what's on the platter? What is Disco's? Because I don't know that Disco eats, so maybe it's just a mirror. I don't know.
No, it isn't. It wouldn't have mattered what they served him. They would have appreciated aesthetically, but since now it's just a mirror, now Disco's just appreciating themselves aesthetically.
Yes, Pest knew exactly what he was doing. And then on Misty's platter, what do we have? What's Misty's food of choice?
Misty's platter. You have the soul of 1,000 men and women.
So on Misty's platter, underneath the thingy, is this this little, not so little, like this kind of chonky glass bottle, and inside is sort of this purple and black, like swirling liquid. And you would swear that every now and again you see within those swirls like a face take shape and press up against the glass, and then sort of disappear back into the liquid.
We shall feast.
You hear from the other room, I think there's macaroni in here. It's just like digging in.
There is. Or maybe not, I don't know, but.
Squiddle, what kind of brains did you get?
Ready, big one.
There's a lot of it.
Like
Squiddle ate all of it. I'm so full right now. My belly is really huge. I don't think I'm gonna be able to move for a while.
I have an idea.
What?
What have a potluck dinner where we all share each other's dishes.
Uh-oh.
Well,
That is a wonderful idea.
Nice enthusiasm, you guys.
Dad, I would love to, but it's all gone. And also, I don't think you would like it very much. I don't know. Do you like brains, Misty?
I've never tried it.
Why, so you don't know?
I don't
Ring, ring, ring.
Clearly, Misty is the adventurous eater of the crew. After a few moments, one of those four familiars that brought your food comes toddling in. This one is a giant lizard.
Do one of the familiars say that? Or the familiar is a giant lizard?
The familiar is a giant lizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It comes in and says, "What can I do for you?"
I just confused, shaking your head. I don't know what word you just said. Can we get another brain?
Hmm?
Misty would like to sample the finest brain that you can find. Please,
and the
please and thank
lizard
you.
nods and says, "Yes, of course, right away," and goes.
Scotty is observing.
The Squiddle is now thinking this is customary, like bleh, bleh.
Who is that?
Great. So they will bring more brains. They will bring whatever you all want. Pretty much.
He is going to lick him because he thinks that this is now greeting. The guy is licking the air. I'm just gonna lick him and be like, "Hi. Oh, you taste a little weird.
Yes, but I'm sure you do too.
You want to try?" And he sticks out his arm.
No. He walks away with his little head up a little extra high, like, no.
And the telepathic bond, that was kind of rude.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, the lizard is gonna get you some brains, Misty. I can't wait to see how you liked it.
Would you like to try one of my souls as an extra leftover?
Sure. Is it like tangible though?
No.
Then how can you taste it?
You absorb it.
Does it?
And then right then you see one of the little, I guess like the little jar, the little cork thing uncaps. And one of them like just sort of flies out and is like floating in front of your face. Squiddle, you have to just absorb it.
Yeah, it slides right into that void. And it's not that it tastes like something. I said it. It sort of It's almost like you are experiencing the soul's life through your taste buds is the best way to describe it. Yeah, that's right.
I doubt
It's
one. That one didn't seem to have a very good life.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Maybe
screaming
a
at the
little
end.
nutty.
Yeah, so we're trying to get out. They were screaming.
Isco, what is your food?
Disco's busy.
If you've looked at Disco's room from the cracks of like the 3 size doors, you've just seen a lot of lights constantly flashing.
Yes.
And then the tiniest door opens up and Disco looks out. What? Y'all eating? I'm not eating. What's going on?
They brought food.
He brought food.
Was it more brains and souls?
I got peanut butter.
And lamb.
What?
So
Well,
were
I got lamb the first time.
Were the souls smooth or crunchy? I don't
Well,
get
I
it.
haven't eaten them
Gross.
because they kind of make me weirded out because I think you can probably still hear them like screaming while you're eating them. And I think that might be
That's the best
weird.
part.
I don't know. Peanut
All
butter
right.
doesn't scream
Mhm.
Clearly eating
that
it
I
wrong.
can hear.
Do you turn vanity into sustenance, Disco?
Wow.
Is that how you eat? You admire, you just
Now.
like admire yourself in front of the mirror and you're like, nom nom, that was tasty.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, that took me
Do
out.
not call him out like that.
Wow.
No shade.
I don't really eat in this form. I just sort of exist, but I guess I do exist on reaffirmation of myself. They're good affirmations.
That's good. Confidence is good.
So the additional brains arrive, which if we would like to have a moment with Misty, we certainly can.
Nope. Scotty's certainly not. Nope. I don't know
Fair
whose
enough.
brains
The door
those
just
are.
closes right back up.
Yeah.
Nope,
And
those could
Disco
be from a
inside
cow.
your room, which you've obviously already found because you're already strobing lights in there. But Pest did make all of the wall panels like rotatable, and they each have 3 sides. One is like a normal wood paneling in the room, and then one of them are all mirrors, just in case you want to really go in there. And then the other side is like not as black as the void like Squiddle's is, but like matte black in case you want to be the sparkly thing in the room.
We're good. We're good. We're good in here. It's fine.
We'll do this real quick. Misty, do you try brain?
Yes, in fact, so she sort of, Misty, the way she takes things, things sort of levitate toward her. So a piece of the brain just sort of breaks itself off, and then Misty sort of looks at it, and then she turns toward Disco's room and walks into Disco's room with the little piece of brain following her, and she sort of levitates right above Disco's bed and just gets comfy. And then she just she opens her mouth, and before the brains go in her mouth, she looks up and she sees like a million hers.
Isn't it amazing?
Is this how you sleep all the time?
Good answer.
Sleep?
This is amazing, Disco. It's a room of you.
I know. Also, is that brain on my bed?
Sorry.
Now listen, if we want to continue the scene, we can, but I can't think of a better fade out line than
Yeah.
is that brain on my bed?
Filling on your mouth out of bed.
Yeah. Perfection. All right. So here's what we can do. Misty, you can tell us how you find the brain in a little bit if you like. But here's what you can do. So you all are welcome to spend the evening doing whatever you want. If you want to go try and check out the lab against pest wishes, that's fine. Or you can spend the night. It is early enough in the day, a little time difference between the Yearwood and Thay, right? So it's early enough that you all can have a long rest. I will give that to you. You
thank
can
God.
press the buttons. You can have a long rest. And because it's a little earlier here in Thay, you all can have completed your long rest and it still be kind of nighttime if you all want to do a nighttime infiltration event of the lab or search for something before it's daylight out or anything. I'll give that to you because I don't know. We're messing with time when I jump you across several thousand miles with a portal. So you all can decide what you want to do for this evening, or if you just want to wait for Pest to come tomorrow and give you all more answers. And we will find out which of those you all choose very shortly. We are going to use this moment with that wonderful, is that brain on my bed, to have our little tight 5-minute break. We're going to get up and stretch and get water, take care of ourselves. You all should do the same. We'll keep it as tight 5 as we can, and we will see you all shortly for the remainder of the episode. See you soon.
I'll see you soon.
Welcome back. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. We appreciate you very, very much. We are back. The crew is having dinner and taking a rest, and then we'll see how they spend. Yes, Meagan.
Rude. So judgmental.
Wow.
Such face. I love it. We are going to see what they're going to get up to this evening. Maybe nothing. The DM can hope. So while you all have had your dinner, you've had your long rest. What are we doing?
Well, Disco didn't have dinner because he's already a snack.
There it is.
I'm a little confused. I thought there was a void in there. How is your tummy bigger, Squiddle?
Because, like, have you ever heard that theory that, like, space is expanding?
Oh, okay.
But then sometimes it can also retract.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go with it. All right.
Are you saying that your stomach is bigger on the inside?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, that makes no sense.
I think there's probably a wand somewhere in there still.
Oh,
Do you think it's turning all your brains into frogs in your stomach?
Whoa, what?
Just think about it. You've got a frog wand in your tummy, and then you just ate a whole bunch of brains. So what if each little bite of brains got turned into separate frogs, and you've got a whole bunch of frogs hopping around in your stomach?
Oh no.
You think?
Could be. Who knows?
I think
If you
so,
feel a
too.
little queasy, just let us know so we can point you in a direction away from us. Just in case.
You just hear like a silent ribbit.
Interesting.
That was just indigestion. That was nothing.
Hmm.
Mm,
How did you know, Scotty?
what?
How did you know about the frogs
What frogs?
in her stomach?
Oh, Scotty.
Never mind.
I have. You can come sit on my couch in front of the fireplace so we can decide what we want to do.
Okay.
There's slippers
And,
in here if you want ones to chew on. I already chewed on one of them. It's a little wet.
There's crumbs of brains on your bed, Disco.
No.
Oh, but how could there be crumbs? Brains are kind of wet.
Well,
They're gushy. They're gushy crumbs.
little gusher
Ew,
crumbs.
I
Yeah.
don't
Brain
like
gushers.
that. I don't like that. No.
Disco just like some motes fly out over the bed and shine a little light over it and prestidigitates it off. Like, look,
Yes.
can we decide what we're gonna do?
Come into my
Oh.
fireplace parlor place thing, because I've got seating. For me.
I think while everybody is deciding what to do, Squiddle is still gonna stay in her room void place
Uh-huh.
and start drawing a summoning circle,
Oh, okay. Uh-oh.
fully equipped with
It's fine. Probably.
pickled tentacles and
Oh.
the juice
oh.
from
Oh.
one of her vials gets poured into the center of this circle.
I'm also going to assume that we're doing most of these conversations in our head, but our faces are still doing all the facial expressions, which is probably really funny to see. Mm. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Squiddle. So you're putting together the summoning circle. What are you casting?
I'm going to cast Summon Aberration.
Ooh.
I love it. So you create this circle in your room, and the light, I don't know where the rest of you are, but if you're anywhere within view of Squiddle's door, like suddenly a light appears and it's quite bright compared to the absolute darkness of before. And Squiddle, something begins to sort of pull its way up from the floor where your summoning circle is, and popping out of the ground after a few moments, it takes you a second to really get a sense of its form, but you realize it looks like a little, kind of like a little quickling, but it has wings, kind of like yours, although they're much smaller and kind of like the caterpillar in Bug's Life, like you're not sure they'll actually lift it. And it has little tiny, like, baby mustache tentacles on its upper lip.
Who summoned me?
Squickling, is that you?
Oh.
I did.
Yeah,
Let me help you up.
Yes, thank you.
So I hope it was okay. I didn't interrupt anything.
No.
Important.
No.
How was the transformation after you took the vial?
Oh, it was very painful.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. But
No,
it sounds
it was
like you may have enjoyed it.
A little bit.
You like pain. Okay, that's
Yes.
good. Because I have some plans for you.
Oh, anything for you. I can fly now because of you.
And his wings begin to go, and they're like, I mean, like dragonfly hummingbird speed just going, and he kind of levitates like a couple of inches and then falls back to the ground.
Takes a lot out of me anyway.
She casts fly on him. That's
Oh.
so impressive. Look at you go. My
and
goodness. Right out
wings
of the summoning circle.
Wings totally still, but he's just doing loop-the-loops.
But,
What can we do for you?
well, first I want you to meet my friends.
Oh, we would be
right-
happy to.
Right out here. So right here, this is Scotty. Scotty's a blink dog. But I think you briefly met everybody before, but I don't know if we did formal
remember.
introductions. And this is Misty. Will-o-wisp.
Hello, I'm us.
You're us?
Mm-hmm.
And then
I was me.
Disco.
Hello, Disco.
The
Hmm,
fractal dragon.
I would shake your hand, except I don't have any hands, and I'd like to keep my stuff this time.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I don't need to take your stuff anymore. Now I just do their bidding.
And looks back at Squiddle.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Why did you say us?
Oh, well, I was me. Then I drank. And now I'm us.
Ooh. Us.
I
Do you
remember
know what
that.
I'm thinking right now?
What? What are you thinking?
No.
Good. Squiddle definitely wasn't thinking about killing them.
Sure, no, definitely not.
We all caught a little shade of that, which is interesting. Like,
Yeah. Sort of seeped across the
Scotty
telepathic bond.
stops gumming the slipper for half a second, like,
I'll wait here quietly in the corner until you ask me to do something. But you will definitely have to remember that I'm here because the god that narrates this story certainly won't.
God
But
is silent.
God is silent.
in the telepathic bond that everybody has, we were all talking about going to the basement where all the valuables are being stored that Pest told us that we shouldn't go to, and then we were suspicious that maybe he wants us to go to it and it's a trap. So I was thinking maybe we could send us down there to investigate.
What have I done?
Like to scope it out?
Like to scope it out, yeah.
It's a great idea.
It
Missy says
seems
great idea.
safer. It seems a lot safer than us going down there. I mean, sending us down there is safer than us going.
Wait, I'm confused.
I
no,
lost
think
it too,
I
don't worry.
think I got you. I think I got you. We should send us, but us not go, but us go, but not us go.
Us should go, but we should not. Huh? See? Found the new
Yeah.
word.
There it is.
What a
And
nightmare.
Yeah, yeah.
just I guess ask us not to touch too many things?
Yeah, Us will listen to me if I tell them not to touch anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
my special little star spawn.
If there's any brains down there in jars, they're probably abnormal brains. You should not eat them.
Yeah, we need to return those back to Abby.
Probably.
Who's Abby?
Abby normal.
She's normal. Don't worry
Oh.
about it.
Damn it.
Okay.
Oh, I saw it coming. I couldn't stop it.
I know.
All right, so you want to send us the Squickling,
Yes.
which is a great name, by the way.
I love
Megan, that
Squickling.
was
That was
very
such-
good.
yeah.
Squickling is so good.
Yeah, whoever chose that in chat, thank you. It's brilliant.
Oh, is it from chat? That's so
That's from
brilliant,
chat,
chat.
yeah.
Well done. Us the Squickling. You want to send us on a little recon mission? Was that the plan?
Yeah, so Us, there is a place that we would like you to investigate, but you can't touch anything.
Oh, nothing?
Nothing. You just
Not
have
even
to
something
tell
little
us.
that I could take as a souvenir?
No souvenirs, Us.
Okay, no
Don't
souvenirs.
touch anything. Or
Okay.
I summon you into this world, I can unsummon you out of this world.
Oh,
It hurts.
Oh no. No, it's
Is it-
gonna feel like you're getting cuddled.
Oh,
It's
no
gonna
stealing.
feel like
Okay,
a
got
day at the spa.
it. Ooh, no stealing. Okay.
And Squiddle kind of draws like a rudimentary map of where they think it
Sure.
might be.
Yeah, and I mean, you would down that giant spiral staircase is probably the best place to start because it seemed to sort of traverse the whole building. So, a good place to start for sure.
You got it. Anything in particular I'm looking for you?
Something very valuable. Anything suspicious looking, or if you see like any portals.
Portals, okay.
What
Yeah.
what do you all think?
Anything. Just like try to like have a photographic memory.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
You
like
might-
weird experiments with people cut open or something.
I was
Oh.
gonna say, if you see any bodies, that's probably a bad sign.
Us, the Squickling, is vibrating with excitement the more you all talk about potential things that they may find.
Ooh, okay. Bodies, okay.
You're on an important mission.
From
I
God.
will not fail.
No.
No.
Us. You have to remember to come back to us.
Right.
After you're done.
Us.
Well, I'm always with us.
No, back to us.
Yeah, the-
Us.
Us.
This group
Oh,
here that you
Here.
have to return
Oh,
to
yeah,
this
yeah,
group
of course.
here.
I got it.
Can
got
I
it. Got
turn
it. Okay.
off this group chat because my head hurts?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry, Scotty. You can turn it off anytime you want.
Yeah.
No, Scotty's not gonna turn it off, but there's just a lot of words.
Says, okay, I got it. I'm looking for bodies, cut open or otherwise, valuable things and portals, and I'm not supposed to touch anything, and I'm supposed to come back
one
here.
more.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. One more request. If you see
Yeah.
if you see bodies that are cut open, can you check to see which organs happen to be missing?
Ooh, yeah. Can I touch the body to look?
If you have to.
Okay.
But probably only if you have to.
Okay,
If
I'm sure I
there's
can make that
no
judgment
other
call. No worries.
options.
I appreciate taking joy in your work, but I think us is getting into it a little too much.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. We'll be back soon.
Chop chop.
I'm just already gone. Blink of an eye.
Oh. You know what? We forgot something important.
What?
We forgot to tell us what to say or do if they bump into somebody.
But do
Oh.
we care?
Well, maybe they'll
Oh,
just be
no.
fast and get away.
They're
So,
quick.
by the time you finish this concern, you hear tiny little like vibrations, and us is back.
And us says, okay, I did it.
What?
Okay. Wow, that was
What, all
incredibly
of it?
fast.
Oh,
It's in the name, Squickling.
Hmm.
Oh, well, it was in the name.
Well, what did you find?
Pretty sure I found this place that you wanted me to find. It's all the way down the stairs, and everything was fine until I got to the door, and then there were two people at the door, but they didn't seem to be watching very closely, so I managed to very quietly and very quickly get between them, but the door was locked, and so I couldn't get in. And then I realized I touched something, and so I came back.
Oh, you couldn't see through the window or anything, just the door?
No windows. I looked first, and then I tried the door, and then I realized I touched something, and I came back.
When you say
Oh.
to people, do you mean like people?
No, people like you. I mean, not like you
Oh.
specifically.
Oh, so just the fam. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, yes, the fam.
Huh. I wonder. No, that's a silly thought.
Come on, well, it hasn't stopped you yet.
Do you think Pest is trying to take over the entire kingdom of Thay with familiars?
I think I like this pest
What?
person.
I wasn't talking to you, us.
Oh,
I was
I'll go
talking
stand
in
in
my
the corner.
head. I was in my head.
Oh, gotcha.
There's not much in there. That's why Scotty's voice is so echoey every time
Fair.
he talks.
Aw.
I was like,
But
Why would-
no, all we've seen is familiars. We haven't seen anybody like Hans.
we're familiars.
Well, I know
That's-
we're familiars.
That's not such a bad thing, honestly, but it
But it's
might
weird.
explain they were looking to catch Pest.
He's
Maybe they were
staging a
trying to stop him?
revolt.
Well, that form of his is kind of revolting,
like-
so
It's a revolution.
Like a familiar revolution. You're saying?
and do you think he thinks he'd be the prince?
I think he probably thinks it's going to be a democratically elected council, but I don't think it actually would be in the long run.
Hmm.
With Pest as president?
President for life, yes.
What are we gonna do? Wait a minute.
Maybe I should just ask him if he's thinking of violently overthrowing the current government.
Yeah, ask him that.
Okay.
But how?
Scotty sits on his butt and yells for Pest.
It is not the middle of the night, but definitely still nighttime.
Don't care.
And I know. I'm just
Trust
saying I
me
don't
on that one. Scotty
don't
does not care.
think anyone responds.
Has bones, but he's pretty bad. Well, that didn't work. I'm sorry, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling that it's not right that there's all these things that are obviously made for not familiars, like doors and hallways and things and laboratories, but there's no summoners.
He did kind of seem to have, I guess, feelings about summoners might be a good way of putting it.
You don't like them, Disco?
My summoner's great. I mean, well, that thing in the Hall of Illusions got me thinking some thoughts, but otherwise my summoner's pretty great. Just Pest didn't seem to have a lot of love for summoners.
Marvel didn't either. But then Marvel doesn't trust Pest. But then Marvel told us that he's also his own summoner. So maybe
Marvel?
he doesn't want half of himself killed in the revolution.
Mm.
Which
Does
I
that
think-
technically mean that I'm a summoner too now, since I just summoned us?
Oh, no. We have to protect Squiddle with our lives.
This has gotten very complicated.
I just had this thought. It's just really weird to me because I'm really used to fighting the people that have hands and getting my ears scratched, but there's no people with hands here.
Did you just say that Marvel is a summoner and a familiar?
Apparently. It explains a lot.
It does.
and also
nothing
begets
at
so many.
all.
Yeah, exactly. It explains
what?
everything and also literally nothing.
It
Wow.
explains why sometimes Marvel seems to like me and sometimes Marvel seems to think I'm the silliest thing he's ever seen in his life. He threw a tomato at me. And then Scotty wanders back into his room.
Oh wait, Scotty,
What?
there's one thing I didn't mention. On my way trying to, when the council off my tribunal when the council tried to send me back through the portal to you guys. I had a hard time getting through, but I did pass by an imp. You did pass. That must have been who you're talking about. But I asked him if he had seen you guys, and he said but that the group he thinks I was talking about was checks notes, smelled like a cat and lipstick.
A cat and
You know what he
lipstick?
meant?
Swear to God, you will.
You know what he meant?
Like, I don't recall ever saying a cat and lipstick.
I don't know
What?
what that meant.
I don't know what that meant.
That's all he told me, and I thought maybe it was a.
I probably did say it, to be fair. I say a lot of things and then absolutely forget I say them about 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
It sounds like something Marvel would say,
Really?
but I think Marvel was in a very strange mood when we left them. I've never seen Marvel serious. And Marvel was serious.
I don't
He
know.
was trying to warn us.
I think it was a warning.
I think
Maybe.
it was a warning.
Squiddle, you look pensive. And I don't even know what pensive means, but you look like it.
I'm just trying to figure out the difference between a cat with no lipstick and a cat with lipstick and how they would both smell. I don't.
I guess it would depend what the lipstick's made out of.
I can go get you some lipstick if you want, says us from the corner.
We don't have a cat.
Oh,
The experiment would not go well.
no.
Misty's kind of cat looking, but
Can I bring you anything else? I want to be useful.
you've
Aw,
not
buddy.
been very useful so far. I'm sorry.
No, they don't.
It's the
You know what?
Scotty.
It's the effort that
What?
you put into it.
That was
He
very
made
rude.
effort, but
And you listen.
I'm not useful most of the time.
That's not true either.
There's nothing wrong with not being useful. It can be useful sometimes.
No, Scotty, you drew that portrait of Misty committing violence.
I did. I forgot that I did that, but I'm glad I did that.
Hey, Megan, do you have stats for this little squickling?
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't
will
like
you
that you're asking.
roll- Will you roll a perception check for us, real quick?
Wiggling.
Sorry, it's
I
a little
don't-
slow.
No, it's
That's all
fine.
right.
We've never been this quiet in 7 episodes. It was incredible, and I
That feels
didn't
like
want
a
to interrupt it.
Oh. Hmm.
So that's a 12.
Okay, so that is enough. Us will say, I have an idea for how I can be useful, but I'll have to be allowed to touch something.
Like what?
Oh, maybe like a key?
A key?
Do you know where he is?
Yes, I do.
Did you see a key?
I did. It was on one of the guards, but I
You
was
did
told
not-
not to touch anything, and so I
You-
didn't take it.
You're a very
You
good
might
listener.
have mentioned that.
I might have, but
under
I
the
didn't.
details.
Well, I
Well-
forgot.
All right, well, you just keep on doing you.
Okay.
We're gonna teach you how to not take everything so literally.
Oh,
We are?
what?
Squiddle gets out their flashcards.
Yes. Very good.
I'm-
Okay, what if
Mhm.
I can go down there
Mhm.
and maybe I can convince the one with the key to be our friend.
But
Oh,
what about the one without the key?
I don't have a plan for them.
I could sneak down there
You can
and
sneak?
take it. Sneak. Sneak. Like snake, but with an E. Oh wait, snake has an E. Oh.
Hmm,
I just
Okay.
learned spelling recently.
just flip them around.
You're
a
doing
little bit.
good.
I'm trying. But I only learned a lot of it in Saiyan, so I don't know what to do with other things. But I could try to go down there and steal it. I haven't stolen anything in a long time. The last thing I stole was the potion I have. That was a while ago.
Squiddle can also use her telekinetic ability to cast Mage Hand. Would that work, DM?
It would certainly require an impressive Arcana check to be able to use Mage Hand without the person noticing, but you could do it, yes.
And using this, you can cast it without verbal or somatic components.
Well, that's good. Keep it nice and quiet.
Yes.
Well,
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's a 15. And I will do it again, just in case, with my lucky feet. Oh, it's 15 was a better one.
Okay. And just to be clear, are you going down and doing this now? Or was that a preemptive?
well, are we thinking about going down there and stealing a key
All
off of
together?
a familiar? Because we could
Us
just
is like-
go.
That sounds great.
I could just make us invisible. Sorry,
Oh.
us, not us. I'm sorry, I meant us, not us.
I get it.
Us.
Us is in we.
You know what? That's a better idea, Disco, because we outnumbered them.
Mm-hmm. And, well, Misty can already be invisible, so I figure. You know, but honestly, I'm amazed she didn't just pop down there by now and come back anyway. But so.
Yeah,
Yes, but she needs someone to ride.
that's true.
Okay, yeah, that's another option, certainly.
So if we are really going down there, we could just go. Oh, us.
You
What
got-
kind of familiars were they?
Us is delighted to be spoken to again, and says, one of them was kind of like Pest, but less horrifying, but looked like one of the, like me, with 2 arms and legs and all of that. And the other one was a rat.
A rat. Which one
A
had
rat.
the key?
The one like me.
The one like you.
Yeah. Wasn't exactly like me.
He's like a low rent you.
Yeah. Tosses his hair.
Way to build them up. Way to build them up.
That's
I
right.
like
That's
that.
right.
I could banish the rat, the one that doesn't have the key.
And
What'd you
oh, I don't know that because I'm a rogue. Never mind.
I don't know anything.
I was like, ah, crap. No. Oops.
No.
Well, if we're going down there, we definitely have options.
We do.
I think this all sounds like a good idea because I don't think we should be split up.
I mean, one thing we could do is we could all go down there under the guise of exploration. Because Pest said we could, and the little one, the little Squiddle, could take the keys after we've sort of distracted the one with our amazing skills of dance and enchantment.
You
And
know,
this begins to do a ridiculous dance that you guys do not find particularly enchanting at all.
Oh, but us kind of joins you, and by joins you, I mean like bounces vaguely in the same rhythm.
well, that's actually not a bad idea, and I think it's because if the key's stolen, but we're in full view of people while the key's stolen, then maybe they won't think it's us. Well, it's gonna be us, but not us.
But it will be
So,
us.
If you're,
It will be us, though.
it will be us. Oh goodness! If your plan is for us to draw attention, I'm actually now doubly interested.
It's for us to draw attention and then for us to take the keys while distracted by us.
Yes.
Sorry, a little bit of my brain just leaked out of my ear trying to parse that sentence. I think I got it though.
Oh, but
Yeah, I know.
well,
I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's swimmers.
All I
here
heard was
happens
center of
when-
attention. So let's go.
Exactly.
Get
Okay,
used
sure.
to it.
You get used
Squidder's
to it.
ear.
Are we
Gross.
doing this now? Yes.
So we're going
Well-
to distract them with dance.
I think we're just going to distract them in general, which we're pretty
Whatever
good at.
whatever you think would be a good
Why don't you show them your void?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Show
a
him your
great
boy.
idea.
Because, well, Scotty, you called for Pest and Pest didn't come, so maybe we better do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Well,
it's, you
if
said it was
open
late.
up your mouth
It
really
is-
big,
yeah,
maybe
it's
we'll
like-
hear all the frogs.
Yeah, it's like wee hours of the morning at this point. You all have rested, but jet lag and all that. You woke up real early.
I think we should go. Because if we
Total
wait too
lag.
much longer, then now is going to be then.
It's true.
Mm-mm-mm-mm,
You're always
no.
so insightful, Scotty.
I know. But then pretty soon then will be now, so we need to
Okay,
go.
Us is
Okay.
vibrating. Just you've told us he gets to steal something, so he's ready.
Wait, how soon is now?
Just now.
Ding, ding,
You
ding,
just
ding,
Now?
ding, ding, ding.
Somebody got it.
Just dreadful.
Oh,
I love it so much. All right, so shall we? Well, no, actually, I won't say that. Us is like vibrating, and you realize now that his vibrations are taking him ever closer to the door of your wing. He's just excited to go. That's all.
We
okay.
should-
Let's do it.
We
should
should just go.
probably
I'm
go.
sure we'll
Let's
figure out what to do
go.
when we get
It's
there.
fine.
Scotty's gonna do a stealth check just because it's
Yeah.
habit.
Yeah,
because
of course.
Kelly's trying to build a habit of using
good
her
habit.
abilities.
It's good habit. Yes, anyone who would like to, on your way down, if you would like to. Now, to, I don't remember if it was whose point it was, but to whoever's point, Pest did give you all the run of the area except for the lab. But if you want to be stealthy about getting down there, that is absolutely fine. Anyone who is trying to be quiet, go ahead and make stealth
Lucky.
checks. And Squiddle, if Us is going to also try and
Okay.
be stealthy, you can roll for them as well.
Okay.
So that was a 10, so I have a 22.
Okay, 22 for Scotty.
Yeah.
Missy's in
Disco's
the-
virtually given anyone who's rolling stealth advantage because Disco cannot be stealthy at all.
No, yeah, that's actually a good point. I suppose everyone can have advantage because Disco is that distracting.
Okay,
that's a fair
that's
point.
good.
Okay,
That's
good, because
good.
then I didn't have to use my lucky feat. Thank you,
Great.
Disco.
Yeah, same, because I just used one and Us rolled a natural 1 for their stealth check.
He's
And
just
we
running
still
down
have
the hall screaming.
we still have one episode to go, so I
Yeah.
didn't use up all my luck points.
Fair enough. Yeah,
God.
yeah, you can re-roll. You can have advantage. That's funny. I did not see that. That's very funny.
Oh, we do have advantage?
Oh yeah, you do. You can roll again for because as funny as it would be to have us just run screaming down every hallway.
And sometimes failing is fun. But
It
they did
is.
get an 11.
Okay, all right. So they're buzzing a little. They're not the quietest, but at least they're not screaming. Anybody else making any stealth checks? No is fine.
Scotty is one with the wallpaper.
Scotty is one with the wallpaper. That is true. So you all go out into that spiral staircase area and begin to descend the spiral. Us kind of in the lead, keeps running ahead several floors and then comes back up to keep you all within line of sight.
Is there like a banister or like a thing that goes around it?
There is, yeah.
Yeah, Disco's absolutely riding down it. Just
Yeah. Yes, I love that.
And every time Us gets close to Squiddle gets like a little minor headache.
Uh-huh.
And then she just casts Careful spell so that Us doesn't do any psychic damage on anyone here.
Incredible.
Oh.
Incredible. Yes. Yeah, there's a little, yeah, I love it. I love it. That's perfect. That's also very
Scotty
funny.
blinks to the bottom of the staircase so that he can cheer Disco on.
Yeah, that's fun. That's yeah, just blinks ahead of you because it's a very long
I'll
staircase
stick
all the
my
way
head
down.
out of the wallpaper
So-
and be like, "Good job, Disco."
I love it.
Aw.
I love it. You all eventually, as you go down, the torches get a little fewer and further between after you pass like the ground level and are descending underground. Clearly, the tapestries on the walls of the staircase get a little darker. Clearly, some like older Thayan past was even more horrific than modern Thayan history. But eventually you get down to a purely stone, like flagstone hallway, walls and ceiling, all stone as well, that goes down in a single direction. And about halfway down on the right, you see another little like puppet-ish humanoid figure and a rat standing next to a door. There is a single torch on the opposite side of the hall from where their door is, but otherwise the hallway's pretty dark.
Single torch.
I'm gonna roll and see if I got my blink back because I think I just wasted something and we might need.
You can take your because eventually you will get that back. So since we're not in combat,
I got
you
it
can
back
have that.
anyway.
Oh, great, perfect. There you go. There you go.
And
What are we doing? Go
We
ahead.
were
Meagan.
trying to distract them, right?
Yeah, I think. Go ahead, Meagan.
Can Squiddle use a bonus action to use the telekinetic ability
Oh
to
yes.
move the mage hand towards the torch?
Ah,
Sort
sure.
of fan it out?
Oh, interesting. Yes. Yeah, I think absolutely you can, and you do. And the torch sort of it takes a minute, right, for the mage hand to get up enough air
It looks
going
like a
for
floating tentacle.
Yes. So this tentacle just starts waving at the flame, and you watch as the two guards sort of notice that the torch rather is flickering, and they sort of look at it, and they look to each other, and before they can turn back to look again, whoosh, the torch goes out.
Was it like pitch black?
It is.
now,
I mean,
or-
if you have dark vision, you can see, but it is pitch black. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And why don't you all quickly make insight checks if you would, and I'll tell you about these guards.
Mhm.
I have to do something real quick before we do that. I can't remember if blink dogs have dark vision.
Oh yes, double check. Oh, y'all, these insights, they're so good. Disco, what'd you get?
20.
20 for Misty. What'd Disco get?
5.
What'd
Okay,
Squiddle get?
5.
8.
Okay.
Natural one!
We're
Yes,
doing so well. We're doing so well.
Misty.
I'm going to use my
somehow.
lucky feet. I'm going to
Okay.
use my lucky feet.
Okay.
It's gonna, you watch. If it's
Good
another
time
one,
for
I'm
it.
going to laugh. It's a 4. So
I was gonna say it's not gonna be a 1, it'll be a 4. Okay,
10.
Misty. The others are somehow even Squiddle, who knew that they were extinguishing that torch, are surprised by the darkness. Misty, however, you are watching the two guards, and you realize that. Let me make sure that this is true. You realize that the rat guard does seem to be able to see in the dark, but the other one doesn't. The other one, the one that has the key, seems like is sort of putting their hands out and trying to feel around and clearly cannot see around them.
What? Ooh. Scotty does have dark vision, so I would at least be able to see him flailing, correct?
I mean, you can all see it, but you all rolled very badly on your
I
insight
know.
check, so only Alicia or only Misty is the one who puts it together
Yeah.
that that's what's happening there.
Okay, Misty is, even though she's invisible, she's still
Uh-huh.
Velcroed to Scotty. Are they still telepathically bound, all of them?
Mhm.
I assume so, right? Yeah, Scott. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Oh, they are. Okay,
Yeah.
she's just gonna say in her usual voice, you're just gonna hear it in your head. Heads up. Rat guard can see. The other one can't see jack. We have to attack the other one, and he'll scream, and the rat will forget the fact that he can see anything. So we have
Or-
to do something.
Or I could just try to go steal the key while it's dark.
You don't want to attack him?
I think that maybe this way Pest might not suspect us.
Oh.
Misty
What?
hears the voices of the Will-O-Wisp Council in her ears,
Yeah.
just saying how proud they were of all the violence she's done.
Well.
It's just an
I
option.
agree with the idea that we should approach this from a, I guess a sort of philanthropic sort of angle, right? Maybe. I applaud that. However, I think the rat one could become a problem if we don't do something about him now, Scotty. You know
Okay.
you want to.
Oh my god, you're like it's just like the creepy voice in my head. It's like I would say angel and demon on the shoulders, but it's just a demon.
Just the demon,
and it's
yeah.
on my head. I mean, okay, but I could try to go get the key, and then we could just kill them both.
Right, fine.
If you want.
Thing doesn't work. If the key thing doesn't work. Then
Okay. If the
and
key
try to
thing
make it
doesn't work,
dies.
you can eat them.
That's not me. That's Squiddle.
Oh, okay. You
just
can
take
take
their
the credit
soul.
for all the violence.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take
Okay.
their souls to the Underdark.
Do we have souls?
we just sorry to break in. Y'all are having such a real good conversation over there, but we just learned that if we kill them, they'll go back to the Feywild or where they came from. So maybe if we actually kill them, we're just going to send them back to the circus.
They get circus
What?
time.
Or
Oh yeah, that was a thing that they. That's right. Misty doesn't know about this, but they did learn that generally, when a familiar dies, they go back to their home plane. Although there are some forms of death
Disco
on
is
the material
not-
plane that.
Disco's not going to explain anything about what they
No,
just
no, no.
said.
Of course not. Of course not. That was mostly for the audience to
kill
remind
them.
them from last
Circus.
time.
Done.
Yes.
my only thought about that is that if Pest is trying to kill the summoners and have familiars take over, say, then who summoned these familiars to begin with? Because if we kill them, then maybe Pest could summon them right back.
That's right. Who summoned them to begin with? What
No.
summoned them to begin with?
Because then he could summon them and tell them that they definitely very much just got killed by us.
I mean,
I didn't kill anybody.
No offense to Squiddle's dinner, but that is a very big brain thought, Scotty. Okay.
I'm sorry.
What is the
Don't-
rat doing right now?
Spora.
So the rat has this whole time, Misty, if you kept like an eye on the guards, there has been this kind of incredible like pantomime show going on where the rat is like trying to take his coworkers like arms and be like, okay, the door is here. You haven't moved. Everything is still where it was. So he touches the thing and then he's like, okay, and the hallway is like, they're doing this whole pantomime thing and it's kind of wild.
Really? So
yeah,
he's sort
they
of
have
feeling
not. I will say they have not made any move to relight the torch.
It might be too high for
So
them.
wait,
I
he's
don't know.
just-
It's very high. Yeah, just sort of the puppet is sort of flailing and the rat keeps like jumping up and trying to grab its wrist and be like, nope, the door is here.
Oh,
If we steal the key in the dark, they might A, not notice it's missing, or B, think they lost it in the dark and not suspect us at all.
Scotty,
But
do you know what happens when someone tries to touch me?
I can't wait to find out.
the electric shock,
Do you want to see?
you're touching me right now.
I'm Velcroed to you. That's different than someone trying to touch me.
You really want to choose violence, don't you?
Very,
It's
very
my-
much. Yeah.
And she's going to sort of detach herself, but you do hear the Velcro noise. Oh no! And invisibly, she's gonna float over near the guard that's sort of feeling around. And in her head, she's gonna be like, "This is the distraction we need." And she's gonna float over near the guard that's sort of feeling around and position herself where he can inadvertently touch her.
Okay, and this is which one? The rat or the other one?
The one that's sort of like, where am I?
The
I guess,
blind.
like,
Okay,
right.
great.
Mhm.
All right. So you're going in to try and touch that one. Make me, because the rat can see, so make me a stealth check to sort of stay while he's
She's
trying to. Oh, she's invisible. Great. And you're flying. Yeah, no, you're fine. They're not going to hear anything. You're not leaving footstep sound. So yeah, okay, fine. So you get over there with no problem, sure. And you're trying to get this one to bump into you.
Yeah, it's a distraction, so we can.
Got it. I love it. And when this happens, is that then going to set off a chain of events for the rest of you? Like, is that the cue for Scotty to like do the thing? And is that
I mean, Scotty would try to get the keys at that point.
Okay, great. I just want to be ready for what's about to happen. So,
I have no idea what
this
she's doing.
Starting off auspiciously for you all. So yeah, I mean, you couldn't have planned it better, Misty. You get back there and just immediately, like, the oddly panicked puppet familiar, who clearly doesn't like the dark, sort of like wildly swings around and just bumps right, like face first into you, Misty. It was a natural 1 on my dexterity check just now. So yeah, just a face full of Misty. And tell me what happens here.
Okay, you didn't tell me it was gonna be face first.
I didn't really know it was going to until I saw that 1 come up, so.
Oh no, go back. I totally have to reload my page because it closed out.
Oh no. Yeah.
Basically, here we go, actions, yeah. Remember we described Misty as, remember fiberglass when you were a kid and your parents said don't touch it, but it looks like cotton candy?
Yes.
Add that to like when you take a dryer that you didn't put a dryer sheet into the dryer with it, so when you take it out and then put on socks and then scrub yourself across the carpet.
Yes.
Just like imagine literally having that.
Oh.
So he's gonna be like, ah.
Oh. Yeah, perfection. And he does just like the whole, I mean, he's, kind of relatively little. So just whole body, like electric vibrations, right? So Scotty, you see all of a sudden, you can't see Misty, but you do all of a sudden, is this an attack, Misty? Are you becoming visible when this happens?
Yeah,
that's okay.
Visible. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and roll that stealth check then, just so we can sort of see if you can move quickly out of the way. But Scotty, there is no denying that clearly this puppet has touched Misty. There's no doubt about it.
Do I still need to stealth?
For the rat mostly, but yes, you do. But you can have advantage on it.
Good, because that was a natural 1. Thank you.
Oh, good lord! I gotta watch D&D Beyond before I tell you all you can get advantage.
Okay, that was a 9, so I've got a 21.
21. All right. Yeah. So you're able to
sleight
get.
Of handed it.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Once you all see Scotty doing the predator prowl, right? And manages to get in there at one point. And I won't take your use of it since this is DM fiat use, if I may. But at one point, like the rat thinks maybe that he heard something and turns, and Scotty just blinks to the other side. Yeah, exactly, to the other side of him at just the right moment. So you can get up to this still somewhat vibrating puppet and sleight of hand to see if you can grab this
sleight of hand
key.
Check was 20.
Don't imagine there's any chance. No. Okay. Yeah. So Scotty goes in and is able to just lift the key ring off. The key ring, it's a little spicy, right? Because there's a little bit of electricity coursing through these metal keys too. So it's exactly.
Oh, it's like that when you put the spoon in your mouth and you get that metal.
Yes, exactly,
Ew.
exactly. But you have the key.
And he scurries back so that the rat can't have a chance to see him.
Okay.
Misty, did you want to do full violence?
I already got
Look
the key,
at that
though.
face.
I got the key.
Is that a trick question?
No,
What do you want to do? Full violence? Squiddle?
kind of, yes.
Disco and Scotty are just like,
But I'm not going to do anything unless Disco and Scotty want it, because I don't want to give us away, but this is like really opportunistic and would be a lot of fun.
It would.
We were just gonna go in the door.
To be fair, they are
Well,
both still standing in front of the door.
I mean, if we kill them, the door is at least more accessible.
And if we open the door, the light might come out from what's on the other side, and then they're going to see us anyways.
What are they protecting? Why do you need 2 guards in front of the door?
There's something
What's
very
in there?
valuable in there.
I think
These are all very valid points.
like Misty has this permanent mother I crave violence air.
I mean,
So good.
The quickest.
Disco, do you want to commit violence?
I mean, I don't normally want to commit violence, but they're small, so it probably won't take a long time.
It's probably
Wow.
Well, we've been beaten up like humans, so.
That's
Yeah.
true.
true. Yeah.
I
These
killed
are
an
just little
ogre,
guys.
a zombie ogre. It's
Mm.
pretty cool. Do you remember that? I walked away and didn't look back because I'm not cool.
That toy's
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Twiggy gave you the rogue nod and everything. It was cool.
It's true.
At this point, if any of you all are paying any attention to the two of them, the rat has finally clearly given up in getting his partner to stop panicking and is moving towards the torch now.
Okay, I think if we're gonna do something, we gotta do something. So,
Yes, go ahead.
surprise round.
Initiative.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Did you think we were gonna get away?
Huh?
We weren't.
No. I mean, I thought it might happen. It was a possibility, but not a
It's
strong
not.
one.
Not with Misty here.
Disco, what'd you get?
17.
17. How about you, Squiddle? Oops, sorry. I'll grab Scotty.
17.
17. Which one of you wants to go first?
Doesn't matter to me.
I think it's whoever has more decks, right?
That's actually not rules as written for 5th edition, but that certainly
Oh.
is a way I know. I was floored when I finally actually read the
Oh.
rules.
I actually
thought it
never read
was.
that anywhere.
Yeah, I always felt like that was definitely house rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an old for previous editions. That's how it was done. But
Oh, okay.
5th edition, it is player's choice. And if you can't decide, then I get to decide.
Scotty can go first.
Okay.
Yeah. You put the two
Misty?
who didn't necessarily want to fight first up.
Yeah, I
Well,
know,
not
right?
necessarily, because you ain't seen Misty's roll yet.
Mhm. Misty, what'd you get?
22.
Oh, blessings. All right, and Squiddle.
6.
Okay. Okay.
You guys go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah. So Misty, you are up first. The rat is moving towards the torch very clearly.
The rat went to the torch. The other marionette version is just still like
Still
this.
freaking
sort of-
out. Yeah.
Okay, but they're close to each other pretty much, right?
Oh yeah, they're still close enough to each other. Yeah.
Okay. Misty immediately is gonna start puffing up, and you guys know what she's getting ready to do. Puff, puff, puff.
Lord.
And then she spins around and then shoots hairs. Now, these are the hairs she shoots, but at the same time, you notice, right, when she spins and she splits into two Misties, and they both shoot hairs because she's using a sorcery point
Yes.
with a feat to twin spell.
Incredible.
Hell yeah.
Incredible. Yes, monk with sorcery feats. Yes. I love it. All right, make those attack rolls.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. How's this going to? Okay, this one's this one. Oh, that's a 10.
And sorry, are you firing these at the marionette or the puppet or the rat?
Both. 'Cause
Both. Oh,
twin
one at
spells,
each.
so
Okay.
they're both-
Gotcha. So that does actually hit the rat. It doesn't hit the puppet.
Okay. So then the rat's gonna take a whopping 10 points of damage.
Oh, hellfire. The
Of-
rat
of-
pops out of
Tarantula
existence.
hair damage.
Yeah, the hair goes straight through it and pops that poor rat like a bubble.
that
And since
looks
it is a
painful.
familiar, right, it just pops out of existence. But yeah, not.
I mean,
Yeah. But the rat is gone, and the puppet is still there and has no idea that his rat friend is gone because can't see anything. That brings us to Scotty. Sorry, anything else, Misty?
No, Misty
Okay.
actually decides to step back and go, like nod her
Yeah.
head at the other.
Yeah,
That was that was super cool looking.
it was great. Scotty, you're up.
Okay. Does a 24 hit him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
High score. What does that mean? Is that good?
Yeah, I don't know. But is that good? I don't know.
So that was a something. I didn't see what it was. The damage.
All
on
right.
that.
Well, you let me know as soon as you can find it. Anything else on your turn?
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
yes, of course. I have my sneak attack. So he took
Great,
5
let's do it.
damage to start,
Okay.
and here come all the d6s.
Yeah.
That's another
Yay.
19.
Okay. Math.
And Scotty's just doing the flailing around with the knife in his mouth.
Yes, and this puppet who cannot see you is just getting torn to ribbons and is just flailing everywhere. Can't see what is happening. Scotty's so quick, just gets around him. Not down. He's still has not popped away, but is not looking great. Disco. Yeah.
The Widow Wisp Council is going to be very pleased.
I can only guess what's going on because we still can't really see very well, can we?
Do you not have dark vision?
No.
Oh yeah, no, not very well.
All right. Did Misty's she shocked one, right? Or was it just the glass?
She shocked this one, the puppet one. So you kind of saw little sparks or whatever, so you know kind of where it is. It's just hard to see right now. You can also see Scotty savaging it.
Scotty will, around the knife that Kelly forgot to bring in the other room, as a free action, Scotty will see that Disco's having trouble and just go, "Oh, here, see your left, your left."
There you go.
Other left.
Incredible.
Because I do have dark vision.
Oh goodness. Well, the Disco's gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter at this puppet.
Incredible wisdom save, I believe,
this scene
right?
is ridiculously hilarious. Yes, DC 16.
Oh God, I rolled okay that time, but it was a 15.
Wah, 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 wah.
Whoa.
So yeah, like these motes fly forward and they're kind of glowing, but because like we were trying to be stealthy, they're not really glowing. But as they do, they're kind of banging against each other, and it's almost like you hear a sitcom laugh track heading towards the puppet.
Yes.
Yeah, they are prone, incapacitated, and find everything, including this utterly ridiculous situation, hilarious.
Yeah, and it's listen. It's not, I mean, you've seen Pest. Like, I don't think you want to hear Pest laugh. And this one's a little less creepy, but not by much. So it's.
Yeah. I have some regrets, but not many.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Disco? I'll take that as a no. The rat would be up next, but doesn't exist anymore. So that brings us to Squiddle.
Does the stabbing make them feel ticklish? Why are you laughing? I think they like pain a lot too. Squiddle is gonna use her telekinetic tentacle to shove the puppet into Misty.
Yes,
to electrocute them.
That's very funny. To just roll them into that's so good.
You're using Misty as an environmental advantage.
That's incredible.
Yes.
Make a spellcasting ability check. So
Breathe,
you're
Alicia, breathe.
a sorcerer, right? So a charisma check.
I think I might use that luck point now.
Oh no! Okay, great.
The 6 was higher.
Oh God! Okay.
I rolled a natural 1 on the second time.
So what actually happens is the mage hand goes over and tries to roll this thing towards Misty, but all it ends up doing is tickling it some more, and so and it's just it's not great. Misty, it's this thing is does this thing get wisdom save at the end of its turn? Oh God, y'all for the it's a 1. It's a 1. It's still laughing.
I mean, it does, but yeah, obviously.
Yeah, no. So Misty, you wanna take a turn, maybe finish him off?
Oh. She sort of I don't know if we can do this in games. But she wants to sort of look at her friends, and she just remembers that these friends that she's never really had helped her pass.
Yeah, they did.
Helped her pass her
Yeah.
taking, and that meant a lot to her.
Yeah.
And so she's going to look over at Squiddle and go, "Do it again."
I love it. I love it. And so, because this poor thing in the dark, incapacitated, laughing on the floor, stands no chance, Squiddle is able to just roll it with Mage Hand into Misty, and the puppet is shocked and vibrates until it too pops out of existence, and the door is open to you all. You have the key. The lab is beyond, and we will see what is back there next week in our finale of a Familiar Quest series.
This is gonna be a finale. How?
Oh, goodness.
Thank you all so much. I know we were a little over time, but I appreciate it. I wanted to at least get them through that and up to the door before we finish today, and we accomplished that. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for coming to watch this penultimate penny epi of Familiar Quest Series 3. Thank you to Luca for producing this evening. It makes our job so much easier. Jordan, thank you so much for moderating in the chat, as well as all of the other CNE folks who were there in chat, Lauren and V as well, but we appreciate all of you. Alicia, Brian, Kelly, and Megan, thank you so much for your wonderful Familiars. It's good to have all four of you back together again this week. I have been very you are. Thank you. Thank you for starting, Matt. It has been my absolute pleasure and honor tonight. I appreciate that so much. Idle Champions is back up. Thank you to everyone who hung out with us while the servers were still under maintenance. They are up and running, so you should go now, load up the game, and you absolutely have to use this one, because this week's code is Creepy Pest with 2 exclamation marks, because his name is too short. CREEPYPEST exclamation mark. That will give you an Electrum chest. It is good until next Monday, May 22nd at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So go use that code Creepy Pest exclamation mark. Once again, an enormous thank you to Beadle and Grims for the character dice that they sent us, exclamation mark dice in chat if you want to go check out that link and get your own. You can also, if you log into Idle Champions now that it's back up, you can get more details and get all of the available familiar packs for all of these wonderful familiars in game, including Pest and Baby Thembershad, Thembo, and Baby Demogorgon, Didi. You can get all of those in game. Other than that, we will see you next Monday, May 22nd, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the finale of Series 3. You can catch the VODs of this episode and all the previous episodes up on Idle Champions YouTube channel very soon. We will see you next week for the finale. Thank you all so much for being here. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.